Hi, I'm Lauren Turner, and today I'll be guiding you into an adaptive warrior yoga practice. I'll be demonstrating from the chair today. You can choose to practice on the floor or standing if you'd like. But what I like about starting in the chair, and even if you're not used to practicing chair yoga, it's a great way to start to get the body warmed up without sitting and hunching and rounding on the floor. So if you have low back stuff, starting elevated in a chair can be really helpful. Just make sure that your chair isn't prone to sliding on the floor, that it's either set on a yoga mat or surface that's not going to cause any sliding and moving around. And I also recommend chairs that don't have arms on the side. If they do your best with what you have, and we'll get started. So as you come down to your seat, I'd like you to slide yourself more forward in your chair, hands on your lap, sitting up nice and tall. You'll feel the shoulders relax down the back, spine elevating, and your eyes can be looking down at the floor, or maybe they begin to close, but my eyes will stay open. I'll first ask that you observe any sounds, smells, or senses that you hear in the room. So anything going on in the space that you're practicing in today. There could be some traffic moving by outside your window. Maybe someone else is in the house and they're listening to a radio and you hear the sound of the radio in the distance. So just acknowledge that there are sounds, there are things that are happening beyond our practice today, but we'll set the intention of focusing on ourselves. So, in that intention, I'd ask you to notice your feet on the floor and the sensation of the floor rising up to meet the feet, the contact of the feet on the ground, the feeling of hips in the chair, maybe even noticing the temperature of the air against the skin, all while beginning to breathe in a little bit more deeply. So watch and observe how the breath moves in through the nose, into the body, and then back out again. And if possible, as you're breathing, send the breath a little bit further so that the belly rises with the inhale and begins to soften as you exhale. So, a newer pace of breath, a more controlled pace of breath that allows for fullness on the inhale and patience on the exhale. Again, in through the nose and back out through the nose. Using this way of breathing to focus our mind, focusing it on the self, how you feel today, both in the body and also what's going on in our mind. Now, if your eyes were closed, you can blink them open. Take your hands to the side with palms turning out. And 3 times we'll breathe our hands up overhead, letting the fingertips touch. And then exhale, bring your hands down to chest. Inhale, reaching up high. And then exhale down to center. Again, slowness in this movement as you inhale, reach up. And then exhale, bringing it down to your chest, holding your palms at center, letting a breath move in and a breath move out. You can relax your hands and your palms however it's comfortable. Let your shoulders release down. Take your right ear to the right shoulder, and as you inhale, drop the head back. As you exhale, rotate the head to the left and then back forward. So small circles moving in one direction, shoulders relaxed away from the ears, and moving slowly as you inhale, letting the head drop over to the right and back, and exhale over to the left and back forward. When you complete that round and there's no rush to get there, reverse, inhaling over to the left and back, and exhaling over to the right and back forward. Breathing slowly, breathing mindfully, and noticing any, pinches, pains, or sensations in the neck. Now, when you finish that last round and there's no rush to get there, let the chin come back to center and sit up back nice and tall. Now, once again, we'll let the right ear come to the right shoulder. We'll hold it here to the side, letting the shoulders feel at ease, letting a breath move in and out, just holding it. As an option, you could let this left hand dangle off to the side for a little bit more pull. You breathe in, exhale, come back up. Now, nice and slowly, bring the left ear to the left shoulder, being mindful if you begin to feel dizzy. And we're just using gravity to create this pull stretch in the right side of the neck now. Breathe in a deep breath in, breathe out slowly. And again, in and back out. Now come up sitting at nice and tall. Bring your hands to your knees and tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, and round the upper back. So we're arching the upper back like a cat. And then as you take your next inhale, pull your chest through your shoulders, tilt the tailbone up, look up slightly, arching the spine. And continue this motion, the seated cat and cow pose, rounding and inhaling, opening. We'll do this a few times, noticing what parts of the spine feel like they have lots of movement today, and where things might feel a little bit sticky or tight or have a little bit less mobility today. After your next exhale, there's no rush. Come to sit back up tall. You'll take your left hand to the side of the chair for support and reach the right arm up. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, lean over to the left. As you take your next inhale, we'll come right back up to center and then reach the other hand over to the right. And we're going to begin to flow back and forth, leaning to the left. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Starting to find some movement. These side bends can be small, they can be big. The next time you come over to the side, hold the stretch. So again, using that left hand on the chair for support, pressing down slightly through the right foot, and get longer through the right side of the body. Come back up, switch sides, right hand down to the side, inhale, left arm reaches, and then slowly side bend, reaching the fingertips nice and long. I'm pressing down into the left foot, breathing in fully. Exhale, releasing it out. And then come back up, bring your arms to the side. Both palms turn out. Inhale, reach up high, let the fingertips touch. And then exhale, turn to the right. You'll inhale, reach up, and exhale, turn to the left. So once again, making this pattern with breath, guiding us overhead, exhaling and twisting. Inhaling through center, twisting, exhaling to the left. Again, big breath in. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale and turn. Inhale, reach the hands up high overhead. Exhale, bring them down to chest for a moment. Allow a breath to move in and out. And then inhale, reach the hands up high, letting them touch one more time. And then exhale, twist. This time we hold. My left hand will rest on the right lap. My right hand coming to my low back, pushing down into the chair. You could hold on to the side of the chair or the back of the chair if you'd like. Slowly rotating the chest, maybe looking over the shoulder, allowing one or two deep breaths to move in and out. Again, reach the hands up high, letting them touch. Exhale, twisting to the side. Sit up tall, revolve the chest to the side. Your gaze can stay where the chin is centered over your chest, or it can turn towards the left shoulder, but not straining. Again, big inhale, let the breath move out. And then come back up to center. Bring the hands up high. Exhale down to your chest. Inhale and breathe out. As we continue to move down the body, I'll ask you to extend your right foot forward, keeping the toes pulled into the body. A little bend in this knee. And both hands come to the left leg and find a little bit taller spine. From here, breathe in, and as you exhale, lean your chest forward. As you lean forward, you'll begin to feel a pull in the back of this right leg. You have full control how deep you are folding into the stretch. And I recommend somewhere that you find a little sensation, but not so much that you can't breathe. Big inhale, slow exhales, allowing the breathing to begin to relax the muscle fibers. The more steady you breathe, the more likely it is you'll find a little bit more space and room, maybe not right away, but as we progress through the practice. Now sit up, we'll switch sides. So walk the right foot in, extend the left leg forward, keeping the toes pulled back, knee bent. Hands come to the right side. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, guiding the chest forward, leaning the chest forward here. Take a deep breath in, let it out. And you might be a little bit tighter on this side, so do your best. Again, you have full control how much you're folding into the stretch. And then you'll come back up to sit, bring a foot in. And now we'll begin to come into a figure four. You'll cross your right ankle either over the left ankle, or you can bring it on top of the left knee. That knee is dropping out to the side. You don't have to force it down. Let it find a place that it feels comfortable. And if it doesn't feel comfortable, lower it back down to the ankle. Once again, sit up tall, and same as before, as you begin to hinge forward, you'll start to feel more of a pull, this time in the back of the hips, in the back of the glute. And it might just be a little amount that you're reaching forward as you take a few breaths in and out here. If you're very tight, then you can sit more upright. If you have some space and that is not bothering your hip or knee, then lean forward. And then when you're ready, we'll sit back up and switch sides. So uncross, pick up the other foot. Again, you can bring it to the ankle, or you can stack it on top of the knee. Your posture is adjusted to stay tall. And then hands on that right side, you can gently lean forward. And for me, this side is much tighter. And so it might not look like I'm leaning forward much because I don't have to feel that big pull in my hip. So I might back out a little bit and focus instead on those deep inhales and slow exhales. And take one more big breath in, a steady breath out, and then uncross, coming back up to center. Now, one more thing, we'll walk both feet wide and make sure you feel comfortable and supported in your chair. If you're going to slide out, then maybe scooch back a little bit. Both knees are bent, so they're not at the most straight. Palms come to the thighs, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, begin to slightly lean forward. Your hands are there for support. You could stop at your knees, or you can hinge forward longer, starting to feel again that stretch. Just a breath or two here. And then come back up, walk the feet in. Just find a moment here to breathe in nice and steady. In through the nose and back out. And in and out. Now, one more time, we'll take your hands to the knees. Now, if you'd like, you could always come down to the floor and do a tabletop version of this cat and cow, but we're doing it from the chair today. When you're ready, inhale, open up your chest, look up to the sky, and as you exhale, round the back. So take a few more of these movements. How does this round feel? Do you find that you have a little bit more movement, mobility in the spine as we begin to warm up the body? Maybe, maybe not. And then come back sitting up tall. Now I'll have you cross your right ankle now behind the left foot. It's just tucked under there, resting toes on the ground. Extend and reach your right arm up and holding onto the side of the chair. Take a deep breath in and lean over towards your left. So once again, we're in the side stretch. You might feel this a little bit more in the hip. Take a big breath in here. Back to center and cross your feet. Bring your left ankle behind the right. The foot gets to rest down. It's not doing anything that is supporting you. It's just tucked under behind this other ankle. Reach the left arm up. Take an inhale to feel that length in the body. As you exhale, we lengthen from the outside of that left hip out through left fingertips. When you breathe, you can feel more of that stretch in the side body. And then when you're ready, come up. Bring your arms to the side and uncross here. Get comfortable in your chair. We're going to begin to do some things that are going to warm up the body. So remember, you can always take a pause if you need to catch your breath. Otherwise, extend and reach this right foot long again, keeping the toes pulled back. Reach your left arm high, holding on to the right side of the chair. Now, if you're back in the chair, I do recommend being more forward so this leg can extend. You'll take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring the knee and elbow to touch, rounding forward, crunching into the abdominals. And then as you inhale, extend nice and long. Exhale, knee and elbow travel close together. They may or may not touch, but you're feeling this as core engagement here. Slow and steady extending. And exhale, slow and steady, bringing it in. Reach out nice and long. And then with your next exhale, relax the arm, bring that leg back, reset, take a breath. And let's do that again on the other side. Again, so extending the left leg forward, toes are pulled back, right arm high, left arm on the side of the chair for support. We're using our core muscles to build strength and stability. As you exhale, bring the knee and elbow close together. They may or may not touch. Inhale, extend. What's important here is the work in the core. So exhale, engage the core, rounding, crunching in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. And then inhale, reach long, lower the foot, lower the arm. Oh, take a breath. Now widen your feet just an inch or two apart so the knees are a little bit wider. And then take your left forearm down to the left leg, turn your chest to the right, and reach the right fingertips up high. Nice open twist here. Your gaze can be anywhere that's comfortable, whether that's looking down at the floor, whether the head's flopped to the side, looking up, whatever's most comfortable, not causing any neck strain or dizziness. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, bring that forearm down. And this time we'll bear some more weight into the right forearm. And then inhale, reach up high. Inhale, fingertips reach, 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 revolving the spine. Big inhale. And as you exhale, bring it back down. Now from here, we'll find a resting position. So both forearms get to rest on the thighs. Your head can stay elevated. Or you could begin to lower it down. But if you feel dizzy, lightheaded, history of a lot of brain injury, traumatic brain injury, maybe keep it lifted. We use this moment to watch and observe the breath, how it's changing, and to allow it to become full and deep once again. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling nice and steady. Inhale again. Exhale out. We'll walk the hands up the legs. Come back up to sitting, bringing the feet together or close together. And while you're sitting towards the edge of the chair, walk both feet back a pace or two. Push down firmly into the chair. Feel the muscles of the leg fire up. Press your palms down towards the floor. And as you inhale, reach them up, maybe not all the way towards the sky, but like you're trying to push that spot that's in between the wall and the ceiling. Feel that length in your spine, maybe leaning forward a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and exhale, relax down. You can bring your feet back, their natural position, arms at the side. All right. Now we're going to move into some lunge poses from the chair. Depending on your chair, you might be able to walk one of your feet back so that you are coming into a lunge stance with the legs. Some chairs have a bar for added support. And so in this case, I'm sliding myself off to the side to allow my right foot to walk backwards. So let the right knee drop somewhat lower than the left side. And that could be a little or a lot. Coming onto the ball of your right foot, push down into the right toes, push down firmly into the left foot, and then let the arms reach up high. So feel how the body, the lower half is rooting down, fingertips lifting up high. And then exhale, bring the hands back down, relax the muscles, walk the foot back forward. And we're gonna get ready to do that on the other side. So in my case, I'm sliding over to the other side so I can do this with my left leg walking back. Most of my body is still firmly planted on the chair. I'm sliding this left foot back, coming to the ball of my left toes, pushing down firmly into both feet. When you press down into the ground, the muscles of the leg are engaging. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Feeling tall in the upper half of the body, rooted, grounded, firmly standing, lower half of the body. Big breath in, and then exhale, relax. Bring that foot in, and come back to seated. Seated center, we'll bring our palms down to our sides, facing forward. As you inhale, reach the fingertips up high, pointing up to the sky. And then exhale, sweep back behind you, gentle squeeze of your shoulder. And again, inhale, fingertips reach and rise. Exhale, sweep behind you. One more time, in and up. And exhale, back behind. You can relax everything. Now let's do one more round of our lunge poses, this time with a variation. So one more time, slide over to the right, slide the right foot back, pushing it down into the ball of your right foot, the left foot. Inhale, reach up high. Once you have your stance here, turn your chest to the left and reach your right arm forward, the left arm behind you, nice and wide. Pushing down firmly, big breath in and out. And then inhale, reach up high, hands touch. Exhale down to your chest. We'll come out, walk that foot forward, get ready to slide to the other side. We'll slide the left leg back, come into this lunge leg shape. Of course, if it's in your practice to do this standing, you can push down and lift yourself out of the chair, but we're getting the same engagement of the legs, just pushing down, supported in the chair, reaching the hands up high. Take a big breath in, exhale, rotate your chest to the left, reaching the left arm forward, right arm behind you. Sorry about that. You're turning your chest to the right, towards that bent knee. And then inhale, back up, hands come together. Exhale, back down. We'll come back to center. Just take a breath in and out. Now from here, hands to center, walk the feet back an inch or two and make sure you're towards the front edge of your chair. Begin to push down firmly into your feet and begin to then lean your chest forward, putting even more weight into your feet. It will feel like you're about to lift up out of the chair, but you remain in the chair with the option of reaching your hands up in our seated chair pose. Legs are fired up. This is a lot of work, so stay with the breath, breathing as deeply as possible. And in and out. And then relax back into your chair. If you have a cramp, you need to shake things out. Give yourself a moment. And then we'll swing our right leg off to the side. We're coming to a warrior two pose. Now, there's a lot of variations of chair warrior two. We're just going to swing the right leg off to the side. We're not going to do much with this left leg. Extend both your arms long, looking over the right fingertips and pass to some point that isn't moving. Slightly push down into both feet, feeling strong, steady here. And then turn that right palm up, reach it high, letting your left hand come to the chair for a moment. So you're leaning back a little bit, fingertips up high. Take a breath in. As you exhale, take the right forearm to the right thigh, stretch and reach that left arm overhead. Getting a stretch from the outer edge of the left hip out the left fingertips. Big inhale, and as you exhale, relax the shoulders, come to sit up, let everything go. You need to shake out those shoulders, you can. We're going to do one more variation of warrior two before we move to the other side. So extend both palms out, looking over those fingertips. And then inhale, reach up high, let them touch. Maybe you track your hands if you don't feel dizzy. With your exhale, extend the arms. And then again, turn the palms up. Inhale, reach up high, hands touch. Exhale and extend. Inhale and up. Exhale, extend. Breathe in, hold it here. And then let it all go. We'll come back to center. And we'll do the other side. We'll swing the left leg out to the side. Extend the arms long. I have a wall for my demo, so I have a little bit limited space. That's okay. Doing your best here, holding the pose, and then reach that left arm up. The right hand can support yourself on the chair for our reverse warrior. Breathing in deeply. And then exhale, left forearm to left thigh, right arm reaches past the ear. Breathing in and out. And then come back up, relax the arm, give yourself a little break, shake things out, wiggle your feet, get set up to be comfortable and supported in your chair. And then one more time, we'll extend the arms nice and long, looking over those left fingertips. Turn the palms up. And then flowing with your breath, inhale, reach up high. Exhale, extend. Inhale, up overhead. Exhale and reach. Inhale up overhead. And exhale, reach. Hold it just a moment here as you take a deep breath in and out. And then relax the arms and then come back to center. Take a breath here, pausing here, palms in your lap, sitting up tall, coming back to that steady, easy breath. One more time, we'll come into that seated chair pose. Walk your feet back an inch or two closer to the chair. Bring your hands to your chest. Lean forward, push your weight down firmly in your feet, and extend the arms high. Active pose here, still building strength. Maybe if you have the availability today, you might let the hips hover off the chair, but the chair is still there for you. Let a breath move in and then exhale, release. We're going to come and do some balancing work here. But instead of coming out of the chair, we're going to utilize the core muscles involved with stabilizing us when we are in an upright balancing postures. So this is a variation of tree pose that we do in our adaptive yoga classes. First, I'll have you walk your left foot forward and let it relax a little bit. We're going to focus solely on this right foot and this right foot pushing down. So much that as you push down, you feel that muscle in the leg begin to engage. Now reach both arms up high. These are the limbs of your tree. And you can imagine that your foot is the roots pushing down. Big winds coming through. The tree begins to sway. So lean over to one side, come to center, lean slightly over to the other side, always rooting through that right foot. And focus on the feeling of the core, stopping you from tipping over and then working to pull you back up to center. Moving slow and mindfully before coming back up to center. Big breath in, hands together. Exhale, bring it down. Let's do the other side. So walk the left foot and extend the right foot out. Right foot is just there to be out of the way. We're focusing our attention, our energy, our effort into pushing down into the left foot. Arms, branches reach up high and begin to sway one side and the other. It doesn't matter which side you start to sway. Right? As you lean to one direction, you might have a little bit bigger side bend than the other. I want you to focus on your core and the work it's doing to help stabilize you and move you through this pose. We're just leaning side to side, but boy, are those abs really fired up. And then come back up the center, breathe in, and then exhale, bring your hands to your chest. Whew. Relax the arms down, and then bring the feet in. Right, one more thing before we come into our cool down. I'll have you cross your ankle, your right ankle over the left once again. You can slide your feet back so you're more on your tippy toes. I want the feet to feel comfortable and supported here. And so that you can focus on the effort of squeezing the thighs together really firmly. Inhale, reach your arms wide like wings. And then take your right hand on top of the left shoulder, left on top of the right. So they're crisscrossed, elbows pointed forward. This is our seated eagle pose. Now keep the squeeze. Feel the shoulders opening up as you take a deep breath in. You can keep your hands like this, or you can come into a bigger bind where the elbow crosses over the other forearm and the hands wrap. But I really like holding on to the top of the shoulders. As you take your next inhale, uncross the legs, breathe, open the arms, squeeze the shoulders, lift the chest up. And then exhale, relax the arms down. Other side, left ankle over right, toes tucked in, supported and firmly squeezing the thighs in. Core is engaged, postures tall, arms come wide. And we'll crisscross the arms by taking the left hand on top of the right shoulder, right on top of left, all elbows lifted. Squeeze the thighs. You can take a different wrap with your arms, but I really like this one, especially if you already have tight shoulders. And focus on the breathing and how that adds to the stretch. Deep inhale, slow exhale. Next inhale, unwind the feet, reach the arms wide, breathe in. Squeeze in the shoulders, exhale, relax everything. Find a comfortable upright seat, palms facing forward, shoulders relaxed. Eyes open or closed here just for a few moments of stillness. Watch how the heartbeat has risen and how, as we breathe, it can begin to come back down to that more steady pace. Now we can widen both legs for a moment and bring our forearms down, even letting the head drop, using again this pose as a resting point, and then coming back up to sit. One leg at a time, we'll bring one knee in towards our chest, starting with the right, grabbing onto the shin, maybe the back of the thigh, sitting up tall here, with the option of wiggling the toes, rolling the ankle around, and then set the foot down. We'll switch sides, pulling the left knee in, squeezing it in, wiggling the toes, rolling the ankle around, whatever feels right, and placing that down. If you slid back in your chair, slide yourself forward once again. Walk your right foot forward and keeping the toes pulled back. So we're going to revisit this hamstring stretch from the beginning of practice. Take your hands to the left side, sit up tall, lean forward, find that stretch. A few moments to breathe here. It could be as tight or feel the same degree of tightness as you did in the beginning. Maybe the body is warmed up and that sensation has changed, or you have some more space. Another breath in and out. Walk the foot back and switch sides, reaching the left foot long, toes pulled back, a little bend in that knee. We'll sit up tall, exhale, guide ourselves forward. Now, if I'm going too fast, you really want to sit and explore this stretch, you can always pause the video, or you can do this again any point of the day. You have full control how much you're pushing yourself into the stretch, adjusting your body forward or back to find a space that you can breathe. And then come back up, cross your right ankle over the left ankle or the left knee. Sit up tall. In any degree you want to lean forward into this figure four, please do. You don't have to force yourself. And we're not trying to force ourselves into any of these stretches or poses. That will is not the most effective way to increase your mobility and flexibility. If you have chronically tight muscles, the more we work on breathing and regulating the breath and regulating the nervous system, the more we can switch our body into the rest mode, the more likely and the more ease the muscles will begin to release. So take yourself back up. We'll switch sides. Left ankle over left ankle, right? If especially if things are really tight, because even crossing the ankle over the knee here can be really tight for depending on the construction of your hips themselves, um, or even if you've had a hip injury, hip surgery, replacement hip, and sitting up tall might just be what you need here. Focused on the sensation and then breathing with that. Or you can lean forward and come back up and uncross. We'll take our left hand on top of or out, the outside of our right thigh and turn your chest to the right. This time we'll reach the right arm all the way back. You'll feel a little bit of a stretch in your chest as well. Your gaze is anywhere that's comfortable. Breathing here into this twist. Holding it as little or as long as you'd like. Before this video, we're going to come back to center and switch sides. I'm just taking my left hand to the outside, or my right hand to the outside edge of the left leg, turning the chest to the left and reaching the left fingertips back. Your neck does not have to crank to look at the fingertips. It can stay comfortably resting in a more neutral position. And you're focusing instead on the spinal rotation, the chest, the arm. Big breath in and out. Come back to center. I'll now take our hands to our sides, palms up, and inhale, reach the hands up. This time, as you exhale, turn the palms down and lower them down to your lap. We're going to continue this for several rounds, and you're welcome to begin to close your eyes if it feels right. But I want you to focus on that feeling, that sensation of the palms, especially on that slow exhale out. Inhale full and begin to lengthen. Really focus on the lengthening of the exhale. Do this one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the hands down to the lap. And this time, when they meet the lap, there's no rush. Feel them connect to the lap. Feel the muscles of the shoulders releasing. Take a deep breath in and out. From here, lean back into your chair, getting comfortable. There's always the option for those who'd like to come and lay down on the floor to lay down on the floor and cross your elbows. You can bring a little pillow or cushion underneath your arms if that helps with comfort. Chin tucks in. Gaze down at the floor, eyes beginning to close. Sensing, feeling the body. Sensing, noticing the breath without controlling it any longer. We'll do a brief body scan just to see and notice without judging how the body is feeling after we've done this practice. And then come into 2 minutes of silent rest, about 2 minutes of silence. And so if you notice any stress or strain in your jaw, let that unhinge. Soften the space between your eyebrows. And you're going to let your mind wander through the whole body from head down to toe, as though as you notice that part of the body, the muscles find a little bit more ease. So notice the back of your neck, the back of the shoulders against the chair, sides of the neck, across the tops of the shoulders, down the arms, past the elbows, into the forearms, wrists, palms, and fingertips. Your upper body, your arms coming to rest. Upper body and arms coming to ease. Notice the support of the chair, holding your back, holding your hips, letting them rest into the chair anymore. The attention going into the lower half of the body, letting go of any discomfort or tension in the hips, down the legs, past the shins, into the ankles, feet, and the toes. Both legs coming to rest, both legs at ease. Now sense your whole body as one, the whole body coming to be in a more easeful state. Whole body at rest, whole body at ease, whole body at ease. I'll let you rest in silence for a few moments, utilizing your breath as an anchor to come back to if the mind begins to wander, if it begins to jump to the next thing. Doing its best to stay present and being an observer of the thoughts and feelings that we notice when we're silent, instead of engaging, just watching, standing back, finding a few moments of quiet, of stillness, of ease. And when you're ready, we'll pull ourselves back up out of the chair, coming back to that upright posture. Our eyes might begin to open, they could stay closed. And in your upright position, once again, feel the body, sense the body, notice how What's different? What's the same from when you walked in to now? Hands come to the chest as we feel our breath, and it's a reminder that we can come back and use our breath as a tool to bring us back to more focused, calm, grounded states whenever we need to. Let's take a deep breath in together and let it out. Hands to forehead. Thank you once again, and be well.